The results are in for Tulsa's mayoral recount. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Shay Rozzi.
And I'm Morgan Martin in for Sarah. This was the largest recount by hand in state history.
After 4 days of counting, the overall outcome hasn't changed. Monroe, Nichols and Karen Keith are still the top two finishers. They'll head to a runoff in November.
Each of the top three candidates had overvotes included in their totals. I went to the Tulsa County Election Board and found out what that meant for results.
This election has officially been certified.
The Tulsa County Election Board confirmed the results of August's mayoral election Tuesday afternoon. Secretary of the Tulsa County Election Board, Gwen Freeman, says after hand counting more than 55,000 ballots, the minimal changes came from overvotes.
Where there are multiple boxes, more than one box on a ballot that has a mark in it. Even if one has a small mark and the other one is filled in, we, as board members, operate under a strict administrative code when looking at those ballots.
Freeman says there were less than 50 overvotes found in the recounting process, and those votes essentially don't count towards any one candidate. Freeman also says sometimes the machine catches them and sometimes it doesn't, but either way.
Our job to look at it individually and make that determination as the board.
The board found 14 for Brent Van Norman, 13 for Karen Keith, and 11 for Monroe Nichols. But the overall result remains, and Nichols and Keith will head to a runoff in November. Freeman says overall this was an opportunity to show Tulsa County that the Oklahoma election system is accurate and that your singular vote matters.
Just being able to observe what we went through the last 4 days, if there's anything missing, one single vote, we make sure that we go back, recount it again until we account for it.
Freeman also thanked everyone involved in the historic efforts in the recount, which helped them make another deadline.
For our printer to prepare November's ballots so they can be sent to members of our military by the September 20th deadline.
Brent Van Norman issued a statement saying while the overall outcome didn't change, the recount played out fairly and he stands by the results.
Monroe Nichols also commented saying, quote, faith in our system and integrity in our election process are critical in our democracy. I remain proud of our campaign and our focus on the most pressing issues facing Tulsa.
We have reached out to Karen Keith but have not heard back at this time.